Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. Yesterday we looked at Bitcoin, and since there's not a whole lot happening for Bitcoin in the past 24 hours, I thought let's look at ETH. And the chart that you're looking at right now is a chart that we have been looking at a couple of weeks ago. I have not changed anything, so I thought it would be nice to quickly recap and then look for targets, because I think that ETH might march higher very soon and really playing catch up compared to BTC, and therefore I also then mean outperform BTC in maybe the next couple of weeks to come. If you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so that you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. Also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, both those links you'll find in the description. Without further ado, let's start diving in. And let me just quickly take you over the chart here. I had here two circles. That was the low volume of this very big range that we are in. Matter of fact, this is on the daily, so this goes all the way back to May 2022. So a lot of price action, and therefore also pretty reliable. And I remember very clearly that last time we made a video, we were talking about ETH, that we were right here at the point of control and that we were almost breaking out, and I said either way we're going to break out. It's going to be a swift move because there's just no volume here and it can go pretty fast. Well, and what do you know, that's exactly also what we got. We got a pretty fast move. Also something that played in our hand for a move to the upside, or at least to go a little bit faster higher, was that we still have a lot of liquidity here that I wish was taken out already a long time ago. And right now it just looks a little bit weird, but we have taken out like half of the liquidity here and we still have a little bit left. So therefore my bias is still for us to go higher. However, where we are right now is a point of resistance. Why? Because we are at the golden pocket that is measured from this low right here all the way to the highs, that is the yearly high. And you can see that we have a golden pocket where we are right now, starting off from 1887 up to 1910, and that also coincides with the value area high of this very big range. We haven't tapped it yet, but it all comes together, and as you can see, at the time we drew a box and we said this whole box should be seen as resistance. Well, we just tapped into the box and now we're going slightly lower. I think, however, we can still go higher to maybe really take out the last liquidity here, tap that value area high, or maybe even at 78.6, and to then go lower. The only thing is that if we're just purely looking at the indicator, then we're seeing that we actually already created a bearish divergence here on market Cipher, where price is making a higher high and the momentum wave is making a lower high. I actually still think that we can come a little bit higher, because if you look at where we came from, you have a very extensive period of time here on the bottom, very bearish, money flow as well, deep in the red, and usually then you're getting a little bit of a spring for a longer period of time to the upside. So maybe the momentum wave here comes down a little bit, but eventually it goes higher again. That is also strengthening here with the RSIs that are melted together. That signals strength. So I think eventually the money flow can still spend some more time here on the top in the green, and so I would have my bias to more upside from this moment on. Also because ETH is, if you want or not, the king of the altcoins. If you're trading altcoins, and I have been since of recently again, because they're getting interesting, then if ETH is going higher, usually you see smaller names also going higher, and if ETH is stalling, then you see those alts also stalling. With that being said, if we are going higher, we still have our yearly high here, where BTC already took out the previous yearly high. We still have two major highs to be taken out. So I think that we eventually are going to go higher. This box is still my first point of resistance. I want us actually to tap it a little bit deeper. I might take it as a scalp. So mind you, it is a scalp. I don't think it will be a swing short trade. I really want to see more confirmations, but it could give you a short scalp here on ETH. If we eventually know how to breach it, then of course it's this high, and then it's this high, and then we also for ETH we make new yearly highs. So this high right here is at 2035, and then the next one is at 2150. That would actually be a still a that actually still would be a pretty nice move to the upside. We're talking about approximately 15%. I think it's very doable, and from there on I would definitely would be looking for shorts. The only problem that we have from this level, since I am a little bit more bullish than I'm bearish, how do you get into a long trade? If we would just take the fib retracement from this high to this low, we're coming all the way back to 1670. I think we are not going to reach that anytime soon. It would coincide, however, with the retest of this big trend line, because we have this triangle. Those are the white lines in my screen. That would be nice, but I think actually, since sentiment is just so damn bullish, that we will not drop first 11 to 12% before we are going higher. Never say never, but I don't count on it. Therefore, you need to look for something more local. We need to be a little bit more aggressive. And let me zoom in here on the 4 hourly, and then I'm saying, well, actually this doesn't look all too bad. If we are now putting low here underneath this wick right here, and we're having the high here, and then we have a fib retracement, then you can see that the golden pocket comes in at approximately 1800. The nice thing about this is, from a liquidity point, is that you keep all of this liquidity intact. Now mostly you hear me say, oh, I want us to dump down to take liquidity and then to go higher. If you keep the liquidity intact and you're longing from here, and we will not take all of this out, eventually on the long run it will give you more reasons to go lower. But it also signals from this point on that you just have a very strong bullish sentiment, and that there is just no way in buying up the dip or the liquidity, because right away buyers are stepping in. So this for me would make a lot of sense if we could go there. If we eventually drop lower to really take the liquidity to the bottom, that's also fine, but in my opinion then you're right away getting a pretty deep retracement. Then we're talking about, from where we are right now, 8%. I think that's quite a lot for ETH at this moment of time. Quickly looking then at the volume profile of this much smaller range, then actually we see that we don't have a perfect lineup here with the golden pocket. So also here I would say, you know what, take this as a area, as a level to the golden pocket and a point of control, and then we still keep all liquidity here intact. You can see point of control is exactly 1790, all the way up then to the golden pocket 1808. So this whole area right here would actually be perfect to long. If we would go lower, take liquidity, of course that would also be a long. So long number one is the box right here. Long number two would be a grab to liquidity, not my preferred scenario. And then of course the short would be to go deeper into this box and to maybe even do something like this. Really a big bearish divergence on a bigger time frame. You want to see the money flow keep going lower, and then eventually you do something like this, where also the momentum wave is creating a lower high, and then to take that short. But eventually I'm looking for a swing short for much higher levels for ETH. Would we really dump even lower than this? Of course, then I will update you again. But for now, I think that these two trades would do just fine. For now, I'm not in a long, I'm not in a short. I have been trading smaller altcoins, BTC and the futures market, but I will keep an eye now on ETH more, because this just looks actually pretty strong so far. Also not a big retracement. I think we can go higher in the next couple of weeks to come. That will be it for now, guys. If you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click it all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment and share this video with your friends if you think this is useful. If you want me to cover more alts, then please let me know in the comments. Just let me know in the comments which one you want me to cover. You can also upvote each other's altcoin, and then I will definitely check that out. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.